Louis Raphael I Sako is the current Chaldean Catholic Patriarch of Babylon and the head of the Chaldean Catholic Church since his election on 1 February 2013. Biography. Early life. Sako was born in the city of Sako on the Iraq-Turkey border. He is an Assyrian Catholic from a religious community that has had presence in the city of his birth since the 5th century AD. Before he was consecrated bishop, then Fr. Sako had demanded to see President Saddam Hussein after the Iraqi government refused to allow him to teach religious education. Saddam refused his request, but the cleric responded by doing a separate doctorate, and, because it had little religious content, the government gave him his teaching license, which enabled him to teach the subject. On the 1st of February 2013, Pope Benedict XVI granted him Ecclesiastica Communio, which the leaders of the Eastern Rite Catholic churches seek as a sign of the unity with the wider Catholic Church. Patriarch Louis Raphael I Sako speaks Syriac, German, French, English, Italian, and Arabic. Sako was ordained a priest on 1 June 1974 for the Chaldean Archieparchy of Mosul. After his election and subsequent confirmation in 2003, he was consecrated the Chaldean Catholic Archieparch of Kirkuk on 27 September 2003. He was elected to the position by a synod of bishops of the Chaldean Catholic Church on 24 October 2002. He was awarded the Defensa Fide Prize in 2008, and in 2010, he was awarded the International Pax Christi Award. In August 2009, and at the beginning of Ramadan, Sako sent out an appeal for national peace, reconciliation and end to violence along with other religious leaders in Kirkuk. Archieparch Sako explained that this is a gesture of closeness to our Muslim brothers. We are all brothers, sons of the same God. We must respect and cooperate for the good of the people in our country. Iraq, said Monsignor Sako, needs reconciliation and dialogue. The participants included representatives of Ali Sistani and Muqtada al-Sadr. Sako has stated that he would go against a centuries-old tradition of wearing the traditional Chaldean head cover shash. As Patriarch, the Synod of Bishops of the Chaldean Catholic Church, convoked in Rome on 28 January 2013, electing him Patriarch of Babylon in succession of Emmanuel III Deli, who had resigned because of old age. Sako chose Louis Raphael I as his regnal name. In July 2014, Sako led a wave of condemnation for the Sunni Islamists who demanded Christians either convert, submit to the radical rule and pay a religious levy or face death by the sword. At the Vatican, Pope Francis decried what he said was the persecution of Christians in the birthplace of the faith, while UN Secretary-General Ban Ki-moon said the Islamic State's actions could constitute a crime against humanity. Hundreds of Christian families left Mosul ahead of Saturday's ultimatum, many of them stripped of their possessions as they fled for safety. They formed the remnants of a community which once numbered in the tens of thousands and traced its presence in Mosul to the earliest years of Christianity. In September 2014, he said, "The U.S. is indirectly responsible for what is going on in Iraq, as it said it would ensure democracy and the well-being of the people. But 10 years have passed and on the contrary we have gone backward." Sako told reporters at Beirut's airport. He was responding to a question following remarks attributed to him in the local daily Ad Diyar, in which he accused the U.S. of supporting ISIS. Sako had also criticized Muslim countries for lack of support. "Our Muslim neighbors did not help us," he said, as he urged Muslim preachers to issue a religious ruling against the killing of all innocent people. Issuing a fatwa preventing Muslims from killing fellow Muslims is not enough. Sako said. In October 2014, Patriarch Sako suspended 10 priests that fled Iraq after they refused an order to return to the country. The priests, including Fr. Noel Gorgeous, who has lived in the United States for 20 years, appealed to Pope Francis for relief from the order. In January 2015, Pope Francis granted permission to the 10 to remain in the United States. Patriarch Sako later renewed his order despite the Pope's decision. On the 14th of November 2015, the Synod of Bishops announced that Pope Francis had named him as one of his 3 appointments to that body's council.